Hi everybody and welcome to our Hyundai Studios here in downtown Cleveland. I'm Ashley Collins with your MAC halftime report.
Wichita State played one of the most significant games in school history last week when they knocked off number 2 Kansas. Now they get ready to take on Notre Dame in the tournament's first game of the Midwest Regional tomorrow night here at the Q. Now the Shockers are extremely well coached by Greg Marshall as they've made it to the Sweet 16 2 out of the past 3 seasons. Coach Tiger Laverty said they do not throw the ball a lot, as we know. They run goal line offense 60% of the snaps, but he said the key to this success is that all the other teams prepare for the spread all season long. So when they match up with this dynamic Kirtland run, they have a very hard time stopping that. Michael Bourne has been dealing with hamstring injuries, so this offseason he's decided to put in some work with gold medal track coach Leroy Burrell at the University of Houston, and he says it's been a huge advantage.
When you look at a team like Kentucky, it's such an impressive run that they've already have. I mean, can that continue? Is there too much pressure on them to go all the way?
Notre Dame is coming off an overtime win over Butler. Next up for them is Wichita State. Now, Notre Dame has the ability to get past the Shockers as their defense just does not stop, and they can only get better from here. As you mentioned before, Oregon lost a huge part of their offense when Darren Carrington failed his drug test and is now ineligible. He had more than 100 receiving yards in the Ducks' past 2 games, so it's a big blow for their offense. He says they like to go against the trend, as you mentioned, which has really worked well for them. Now his message to the guys day in and day out is just simply do not turn the ball over and do not give up big plays.
But first, we'll check in on some other college hoop highlights going on today. First up, it's number 5 Georgetown playing host to 17th ranked Syracuse.
Wichita State is extremely fundamentally sound. They're able to adjust well on the fly, and they don't panic in pressure situations. All of these reasons why the Shockers have a great shot at advancing on to take on the winner of Kentucky, West Virginia. Put it behind them when it's not a perfect season. Usually it's never a perfect season, right? So, but what you need to build on, there's got to be some good stuff that came from that and from the core group of guys that you have. Moving forward, what do you look toward? We told you a little bit about Phoenix International Raceway, but now we're down here in the pits where I'll join Carl Edwards' crew for the Bashas' 200, part of the nationwide series here at Phoenix International Raceway. Marcus Mariota talked about just the depth on each of the teams and how important that has been, obviously, when Cardell Jones is filling in for JT Barrett and now with Carrington out. And the key is going to be controlling the line of scrimmage and establishing that run game very early on, because that's something that Marion Local is not used to. I'm here at the Greater Columbus Convention Center as they're putting the finishing touches on the 2015 NHL Fanfare. It's the largest fanfare.
Welcome back to the MAC Halftime Report here on Sports Time Ohio. Thanks for joining us. We'll send you back out to University Arena in just a bit, but let's check in on some more highlights from today. We have number 11 Florida on the road at Rupp Arena taking on Kentucky. Ryan Harrow on the break finds Archie Goodwin with a wide open dunk.
Notre Dame will match up with the winner of Kentucky and West Virginia. The superior backcourt and ability to just control the entire tempo of the game. They have a great shot at advancing up. You know, I thought he would be a little more mad, let's say. He said it was, though, the worst first half of football that they've played all season, but he said it's their ball. If they get some quick stops, they're ready to go. He said they're not going to quit, and they're up for the challenge. They have great players, and he thinks they can do it.